Well, if you're still feeling fatigue from last year's election, prepare yourself. Indiana's 9th Congressional District already has a crowded field of candidates for next year's race. Republican Trey Hollingsworth currently holds the seat, and so far 3 Democrats have announced they'll challenge him. Barbara Brozier reports.
When Republican Trey Hollingsworth ran for his current congressional seat, repealing and replacing the Affordable Care Act was one of the cornerstones of his campaign.
We have to repeal this legislation and get to a free markets option where companies are competing for U.S. consumer dollars, not Americans forced to give their dollars to companies.
The freshman congressman voted in favor of the Republican replacement to the ACA earlier this year, which the Congressional Budget Office estimates would decrease the deficit but increase the number of uninsured people by 23 million over the next 10 years. The 3 Democrats running for Hollingsworth's seat say ensuring all Hoosiers have access to health care would be a top priority.
I've been in this business for almost 2 decades, and it's been broken since I've been in it. That's a very, very dear thing to me because I have the knowledge and the understanding on how to fix it. I don't have all the answers, but at least I have some capability of dealing with it.
The troubling fact is when the House GOP bill came out and 23 million Americans would be kicked off of health insurance the next decade. Well, the Senate came back with 22 million, but even deeper cuts to Medicaid. And the fact that we keep trying to cut from those who are the most vulnerable among us is depressing.
The end goal that we've got to get to is, and I think this is being recognized by more and more of the Democratic Party, is some form of universal single-payer health care. That's our end goal.
But political experts say the controversy over health care may not be enough to swing the 9th District back to a Democrat. There's another big factor in the race that gives Hollingsworth an advantage: money.
He's still sitting on over $130,000 as of the last filing with the FEC, and can raise an awful lot more very quickly. Incumbents get reelected at incredibly high rates in the United States. So he clearly, if you're thinking about placing a bet, is where you should place your bet.
Downs says that doesn't mean Hollingsworth's opponents should be ruled out.
They're not necessarily legitimate candidates in that they have run for office before, but they are folks who have resumes and experience that at least hint at the fact that they might be good candidates.
For Indiana News Desk, I'm Barbara Brozier.
The Democratic candidates will have to face off in next year's primary. A spokesperson for Hollingsworth declined to comment for this story.